We would like to talk briefly about who we are and what the movement is all about. What do you know about the Red Cross? Blood, first aid, and relief activities are only few of what we do. Do you know how the Red Cross started? Let's find out. The Red Cross was born from an idea of a businessman, Henry Dunant, who wrote a book entitled A Memory of Solferino, wherein he witnessed the Battle of Solferino in 1859. Henry Dunant organized volunteers to assist the 40,000 wounded or dying. He then realized that there was no organized medical system. In his book, he mentioned two ideas. First, to create in each country an organization of trained volunteers ready to assist the wounded in the war, and that led to the creation of the International Red Cross and Red Crescent movement. The movement is composed of the International Committee of Red Cross, the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent, and the national societies. The second is to promote an international agreement protecting the wounded soldiers on the battlefield, and also those who care for them. These were realized in the creation of the International Humanitarian Law. The International Committee of the Red Cross, or ICRC, is the movement's founding body. It carries out operational activities to protect and assist victims of armed conflicts and international violence. The International Federation, or IFRC, directs and coordinates international assistance of the movement to victims of natural and technological disasters, to refugees, and in health emergencies. The national societies like the Philippine Red Cross act as the auxiliaries to the public authorities of their own countries in the humanitarian field and provide a range of services including disaster relief, health, and social programs. The design of the Red Cross originated from the First Geneva Convention in 1864. The symbol represents an inverted Swiss flag as a tribute to Henry Dunant, the Swiss founder of the International Committee of the Red Cross. Through the years, there has been a lot of misconceptions about the logo, thus the Red Cross adopted two more logos. The Red Crescent for the countries with large Muslim population, and the Red Crystal for those who do not want to use the first two. Red Cross, Red Crescent, or Red Crystal, they have the same meaning, the same mission, to alleviate human suffering brought by wars and natural disasters. Did you know that the Red Cross emblem is protected by law? That's correct. The Red Cross logo and the words Red Cross are protected under the Republic Act 10072 or the Philippine Red Cross Act of 2009 and under the Republic Act 10530 or the Red Cross and Other Emblems Act of 2013. The logos are for exclusive use of the Armed Forces of the Philippines Medical Services, the Philippine Red Cross, and the IFRC and the ICRC. Those who violate can be fined with not less than 50,000 pesos for unauthorized use or imitation. The Philippine Red Cross is the premier humanitarian organization in the Philippines, which began in 1899 as the Philippine Women's Red Cross. Officially founded on 15th of April 1947 through the Republic Act 95, or now known as Republic Act 10072. It is also a member of a dynamic worldwide movement. We in the Philippine Red Cross aim to alleviate human suffering. We are a network of more than 100 active chapters nationwide. We assist the government in providing humanitarian services in times of disasters and other emergencies. Our operations are financed solely on voluntary donations. The Safety Services is tasked to carry out educational campaign that aims to ensure the health and safety of Filipino people. Trainings and services include first aid, basic life support, rope rescue, ambulance operation, and etc. The Health Services supports the primary healthcare coverage with its community-based health programs. It ensures timely response to emergencies and the delivery of essential healthcare services. The Red Cross Youth provides developmental trainings in youth leadership and values and volunteer recruitment. The volunteer service is not part of the major services. However, through its RC143 program, they promote a culture of self-help in the communities by developing a formidable network of Red Cross volunteers in their respective communities. The Blood Services is the PRC's arm that delivers adequate, safe, and quality blood supply to the most vulnerable. Our blood service promotes voluntary, non-remunerated blood donation to adequacy. Our welfare services respond to the needs of the well-being of every individual. And the disaster management services are primarily tasked to deliver humanitarian assistance during emergencies and disaster situations. DMS implements its mandate through an integrated holistic approach to save lives, minimize human suffering, and reduce losses and damages through disaster risk reduction activities. In Red Cross, we advocate humanitarian values. So let me talk to you our 7 Red Cross principles, starting with humanity. The Red Cross endeavors to prevent and alleviate human sufferings. Next, impartiality. No discrimination as to nationality, race, religious beliefs, class, or political opinions, giving priority to the most urgent cases of distress. Next is neutrality. To enjoy the confidence of all, the Red Cross does not take sides in hostilities, does not engage in controversies, religious beliefs, ideologies, racial or political opinions. Next is we are independent. The Red Cross is independent but respects the laws of the nation and acts according to its principles. Voluntary service. It is a voluntary relief movement and not promoted in any manner by desire for gain. Next is unity. There can only be one Red Cross or one Red Crescent in any country. It must be open to all. It must carry on its humanitarian work throughout its territory. The last is universality. The International Red Cross and Red Crescent movement, in which all societies have equal status and share equal responsibilities and duties in helping each other, is worldwide. The rules of war, or international humanitarian law, set out what can and cannot be done during an armed conflict. The Geneva Conventions and their additional protocols are the core of this law. They set out limits to war, offering protection to civilians and parameters as to what is acceptable and what isn't on the battlefield and beyond. Thank you for supporting your local Red Cross chapter. If you have any questions or inquiries regarding trainings, you can reach us through our email davaocity@redcross.org.ph or follow us on Facebook. You can also contact these numbers.